Stream.tv studios here in Hollywood, California. It is the after show for Empire. What's up, everybody? Lion Dynasty, corny. What's up, guys? I'm Dylan Landon. You are a super fan here to check out everything that there is to know about Empire and the show we just saw. Joined by Gabrielle Loren, Starr Session, and replacing Jason just for today, guys, is Rebecca Prince. What's up, Rebecca?
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yes, more than welcome. Now, Rebecca actually works for Getty Images. You know, that super legit photo company that out there that's like at all the red carpets and movie premieres. So if you want the inside scoop about red carpets and more, Rebecca is your girl. So let's get right into it. Thank you guys for being here to discuss the show. Any questions or comments, be sure to hit us up on Twitter. Use the hashtag EmpireAS and we'll get you featured right here on the show. How cool is that? Yeah. Let's get right into it. Cookie, team meeting. She's launching a new company. It's her own with her family, the Lion Dynasty. Will her new company succeed?
I'm thinking that it's going to crumble. Honestly, it's going to crumble like you said. The cookie is crumbling. I think there's just a lot of moving pieces, and I don't think she has it there yet for what she wants to do. I mean, her boys don't even know which team they're on. There's just a lot kind of going on with this dynasty. What do you think, Gabby?
I'm going to say that all success comes from failure. So it's going to crumble and then build itself back up because it is a dynasty and Cookie knows how to run it.
But does she really know how to run it, though? Because, I mean, despite Cookie having such a heavy involvement in Empire, she's also been locked up for 17 years. So she really doesn't have experience, but it's kind of like, you know, leaving a major label and going to an independent where you don't know if it's going to be good,
but this independent doesn't even exist yet. So I do think that's getting lost in the show where Empire is this thing that's run for almost 20 years, a powerful powerhouse in the industry, and then Cookie's going to just walk into a factory and think like, okay, we're going to take them head on. No, you ain't.
Yeah, but with Andre stepping out and not going to help with this company,
definitely
he's the brains behind it.
He said he's stepping out, but he's coming back in because Lucious Lyon doesn't want to take him back.
Yeah, well, I think he's gonna fight for it a little longer, and I think he's gonna finally get into Empire. I don't think he's fighting to get back in with the dynasty.
Well, we'll find out what happens with that. But so let's say Andre does leave. Now it's Cookie and Hakeem.
Right.
Now Hakeem all of a sudden thinks he's Mr. Wheelin' Dealin' over here. He's gonna like, oh, you know what? Let's just start a girl group.
Right.
So is this a little bit? Are we seeing Hakeem actually kind of like grow up a little?
We're definitely seeing him grow up, but I don't know if all of his ideas are good ideas. What did he want to name the group? Rainbow Sensation or something? Which was honestly like a terrible, terrible idea. I had to agree with Cookie. But I like seeing him sort of want to develop new talent and have, you know, like a real interest in building something as opposed to just like last year all he wanted to do was be the star. So I think he's a little less selfish this year.
Well, that's true, but I still don't feel like he's grown up enough to be able to handle a girl group, okay? Like, he started off the episode wanting to do it, and then at the end he was like, I'm not really feeling it. Like, he's just kind of all over the place. I think it was really cool how they integrated Becky G in there as in the auditions. Those auditions, first of all, were whack, right?
Yeah.
The talent was hilarious. I was like, this is the most comedy in this show, this episode so far.
That would be good. Well, let me break it down to you this way. Will Hakeem be the spark or the downfall of the new dynasty?
I guess it depends. I mean, I don't know. I like that he was trying to make the girl group. I think it was better for his black book and like trying to bed these girls than it was for the career.
100%. You get it, Hakeem. You get it. By
the
way,
right?
Anika was a good pull. Anika was a great pull.
Anika like set the bar and then he was like, all right, let me get all the rest of these little Latina chicks lined up. I don't know if he's going to... He might be the crack that helps start the cookie crumbling because I just don't know if he has enough, you know, chops to sort of make everything happen. But I don't know if Cookie does either, so I don't want to just blame it on Hakeem, you know?
Yeah, I think he has the idea going, but maybe not the complete package yet. However, he has the drive to make it successful. He really wants more for himself. That's why he's all about the dynasty. He never wanted to be in the shadows. He wanted to be the star, the musician, but also the one that, you know, ran Empire.
Right. Yeah,
so
but
this is his, you know, opportunity to do that.
But his music is gonna suffer, and so is
it's hard to balance.
Is Jamal. He's running Empire, and you know, we haven't seen him record an album or release any music. So it's really interesting to see that it's kind of hard to run a business and try to start a girl group and try to, you know, record a new album.
Yeah, I think a great way to sum up Hakeem as a person is, I don't know, I don't care. I mean, that's basically, and everybody knows that person. And I'll tell you what, in a big music corporation like that, that ain't gonna work.
I think he just likes to rebel no matter what it is. You know, if someone tells him no, he wants to do the exact opposite and like kind of prove that he can make it happen. So I think it's more about like proving to himself that he's like worth it and he can
Well,
do
he is
all
the
of
baby
this.
of the family.
He's the
Yeah.
baby, and he just does what he wants, like leaking his own
Well,
album.
that's going to be a mistake.
Like, you think it
And
is?
does Lucius even know about that yet? I don't think Lucius has found out about that.
No, he
and
hasn't.
Lucius is out now. But so Lucius and Jamal wanted him to come back to the Empire. Right now, it's not looking so. And Lucius, keeping busy in jail, obviously.
Yep.
Recording music, putting music out. He got out, but before he got out, he had to deal with like this ludicrous character.
Yeah.
Whose
Officer
acting was
McKnight.
ludicrous itself. That's just my personal opinion.
You think he's playing himself?
No, I'm just saying,
Like, it was
just,
crazy.
Like it just wasn't that great of an acting performance.
I disagree.
Yeah.
100%. I feel like I don't know if he's playing the good cop or bad cop, but I feel like he's playing the cop that needs to that's more real, because the cops are not going to just be like, here's a broom closet for you to record in. They're going to be on his ass. Like, you're not going to get special
Well,
treatment.
do you think there was
I think
anything-
he did really well with that.
Do you think there's something more to the character than just being like a hard ass? Like, is he corrupt, or does he have
Yeah.
someone bankrolling him, like the prosecutor?
He's totally a dirty like CO, correction officer. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know what his relationship is with the prosecutor. They could be having sex for all we know about.
Ooh,
it.
you would like that, damn.
You know, all of a
Damn.
sudden they're talking about this is a pattern. This is what she does. So maybe they have something going on that we haven't seen yet. And I don't know. I mean, he got jumped. Ludacris got jumped, or Officer McKnight got jumped in this episode. So is he even going to be coming back? Because like we saw Chris Rock, he was a one and done. So is Ludacris a one and done too?
I feel like Ludacris is definitely going to be coming back with I feel like he's going to come back for another episode. I'm not positive about that, but it's mainly because he played such a great role in. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't make sense that he would come back.
He's out of
Ludacris is out of
jail.
jail.
Lucius is out of jail.
I
Lucius
think
out of
he's going to
jail.
come back because I think there's a tie-in. I think maybe Lucious Lyon has some kind of history with this dude and his family. Maybe Lucius isn't even aware, and that's why he had so much hate for him in jail, and that's why he was being corrupt with
Yeah,
him, because he
good
wants
point,
to
Gabby.
kind of stick it to
Well,
him.
we
Conspiracy
see
theory.
that the prosecutor is not going to go away, so maybe, you know, Ludacris hangs around as like her muscle, and I think because of the fact that he does get jumped and beat up and all that jazz, like Ludacris will probably come back and have, you know, a bone to pick with Lucius.
Oh, I agree. I agree completely, especially the fact that the prosecutor always has her titties out. I mean, let's just put it out there. I feel like maybe there is a tie-in, like Rebecca said. Maybe they are sleeping together. We don't know. We're going to have to wait and
There's a
see.
few of us
tonight,
right?
Yeah, pick the right show to be on tonight here at the Empire After Show at the Stream.tv. So one of the celebrity cameos, in addition to Ludacris, was also Becky G, making her television debut.
Yeah, she made her television debut. This was her like first acting role ever, and I think she did a pretty good job. I mean, granted, she was kind of playing a similar character to herself, but a little more sexualized than I guess we've normally seen from her. But you know, during filming, I guess she was really nervous, and she looked to Taraji and Terrence to sort of help give her some advice on how to get through the scenes. But we'll talk more about that later.
Yeah,
right?
totally, guys. Stick around because we do an extra Empire video after this with all your music, news, and fashion right here on the Stream.tv After Show page. But is there a future for her character
Yes.
on this show, like
Yes.
to reappear? Because right now we don't really have a little Latina flavored chick who's also
Yeah.
musically gifted.
No, I love that she came in with a little bit of a sassy attitude, and she was like, with or without you, I'm going to shine. I love that line from her because you can just tell her presence when she came in. Of course, they set it up to have a bad audition right before her. Then Becky G comes in, and then a terrible audition after her. So it really worked out in her favor, and I feel like there's going to be a little love scene there because Tiana and Hakeem are not really together right now. So I feel like this could be a relationship that might stick.
It seems like Hakeem, every season, every episode has a side chick.
Of course.
So this is going to be his next side chick.
Ooh.
Well, that'd be nice. That'd be nice, guys. If you have a vote for who should be Hakeem's side chick or other comments, go ahead and hit us up on Twitter. Use the hashtag EmpireAS. And at the end of this episode, we're going to feature some of your questions and predictions right here. So, stop tripping and start tweeting.
That's right.
That's right. That's right. So, part of when Lucius was in jail and he was meeting with Jamal, he wanted to get Hakeem out. So Jamal, headed on over in the Bentley and ominously rolled down his window and said, "Yo, get in." And the way Jamal's been lately as the acting boss, does he deserve to be the boss that he has been recently?
No. I mean, Jamal, for me, like, I loved his character last season. I liked him. You know, you related to him. You felt sorry for him. And now he's just totally, like, flipped the script, and he's, like, this sometimes soft, sweet guy and this sometimes, like, mean, badass. But he's not mean. Like, and you know he's not mean, and you saw everything he went through last year, so you're kind of like, how the hell could you be mean at this point? So I don't think he deserves or has the chops to run it, and I kind of just want him to go back to being like sweet Jamal, who just wants to be an artist and like come out and be himself and have people love him for that.
He probably will.
I definitely agree with you because we even said it while we were reviewing it that he's turning into Lucious's lapdog.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to it, he should be the opposite of that. He should be definitely like not for Lucius, not trying to help him get him out of jail, not, you know, but he has the company in his hands, right? So it's kind of interesting. I don't see him as this like suave character rolling up in his Bentley rolling down the window. I feel like that's just not him. So I'm with you.
Yeah,
I feel like he needs to go back to singing his ballads to his boo Michael and calling it a
It
day.
is quite, you know, odd. Like, he has all this power so quickly. I feel like just literally out of nowhere, he's really at the apex of this position without really help, and it's a little odd.
It's a little odd, but it's fun to watch, I would have to say. It's really fun to see him like act like a badass.
It's fun, but like after everything that he went through with Lucius last year, to then see the two of them like powwowed up and coupled up in jail and in court, and for him to like be advocating so strongly for his dad, it's just like, obviously he has daddy issues that he's like still trying to work through.
Well, yeah, because he rejected him his whole life, essentially, so now he finally accepts him, which I really wonder, like, maybe it's like, we find out at the very end, is there a master plan that, like, Lucius has?
That's
for,
what
like,
I was
pitting
thinking.
everybody against each other, and he
Yeah.
just ends out on top, everybody's dead.
Probably.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Probably.
So Lucius does finally get out of jail, which is great, with the help of a brand new lawyer, Thirsty.
Mr.
Thirsty Rollins.
Yes, he was. He don't play.
Yeah.
He kind of orchestrated the whole, record the music deal and get the music out to the public, and obviously the blackmailing the judge was very
Genius.
epic.
Gabby really
Genius.
loved that
Right?
part.
I mean, can you imagine someone named Thirsty representing you in court?
Right.
Like,
So
let's be honest.
appropriate for Empire. It's so
It's definitely
appropriate.
appropriate, but I love that he did everything that Lucius is needed to get out of jail, right? He got him the meds that he was needing because he was coughing all this episode, and he didn't have any meds to take, and he still is sick. It's not the forefront of this season, but that's still something that's in the, that we need to pay attention to. So it's really interesting that Mr. Thirsty got him everything.
And I think we
needed.
saw in the preview that he will be back. I'll tell you what. Here's a little. What's today's date? September 30th prediction.
30th.
Because and we'll talk about it in the extras show. Is the spin-off that we're gonna do? I think this character would actually make a good spin-off. Kind of in the vein of like Better Call Saul, where maybe every week is a musical, song, dance, but there's like an issue in the music business,
We'll
and
see.
Thirsty comes in to clean things up.
Speaking of Thirsty, I have one other thing I think. With Thirsty, I have a feeling he's going to come back and want something from Lucius for getting him off the hook. Because, I mean, his name is Thirsty. Let's look into that a little bit. There's symbolism.
Right.
Not only that, but why was he so, ready to take control and get him what he needed?
And how is it? It was so easy for
Because
him to
he's
do it.
thirsty. Duh.
He's
The name
thirsty.
says it all.
But why
Or
was he in
something.
jail in the first place? And I love the part where he's like, slipping the card, and they're like, "Sir, talk to your table only."
It was
I
set
love
up.
that he was real thirsty about it. You know,
These are all tricks of the trade that you learn at the
At
University of
Guam.
Guam. That's where I
Totes.
get my law degree too.
But before Lucius did get out of jail, Andre came to visit him, and they kind of had a little bit of heart-to-heart. And he said, "Dad, why do you hate me?" And
Right.
Lucius said, "I don't hate you." But what is Lucius's issue with Andre?
Well,
Go
'cause-
for it.
So the scene, I mean, it took you back to a flashback with Kelly Rowland, who was apparently playing Lucius's mom, and Lucius being there, and then she's super into the moment, and she kind of dazes out. So for me, I kind of thought it was maybe foreshadowing a little bit the fact that maybe Lucius's mom had some like mental health issues as well, like bipolar, and so seeing what his mom had sort of had gone through, and now what Andre's character goes through, maybe that's why it's difficult for the two of them to sort of be on the same page, because he knows he's not.
I didn't think of
Really?
that.
Rebecca
stable
Princess
like
killing
Yes,
it.
you just nailed it.
Killing it.
Yeah,
I mean,
think
that's my
exactly
little
right.
conspiracy theory about it. I don't know for sure. It was so brief. I would have liked a little more to sort of.
Yeah,
grip
well, also
onto,
Lucius has
but-
his own mental problems, so the fact that
Yeah.
he really sees Andre, because Andre really, besides the music, is very much like Lucius. Like,
What do
in
you
terms
mean
of
Lucius
business.
has mental problems? He's just off.
No, he's got
just crazy.
he's got medical issues.
Oh, okay, got it.
Medical, but not.
medical.
mentally.
He's crazy enough.
He is definitely crazy.
Yeah,
he's
he's
like
super
he
crazy.
is a crazy
One
man.
of the other things I want, and guys, let us know your theory of maybe what the beef really is. One of the things I wanted to bring up earlier that kind of slipped under the crack is when Tiana was asked by Hakeem to join the girl group.
Right.
I think that was kind of like a play to keep Tiana like under his control because she's obviously a big success and is going to almost surpass him. What would you say
That's
to
a good
that?
theory on that, but I really feel like he just wants to make a name for himself, and if it's having a girl group, he wants the best of the best, and I think he knows that Tiana is one of the best. It wouldn't work for Tiana because Tiana wants to be a star, just like Becky G's character. I forget her name, Valentina or something. I feel like that's, they want to be stars. They don't want to be in girl groups. But I think if there is a girl group that does pop off, I think it's going to bring a lot of drama, and it'll be really interesting to see this season.
And I mean, the one thing about Tiana's character is, though, last year she was just like featured, and now she is back as a supporting role. So while she may not work out in the girl group, I definitely think no matter what, we're going to see a lot of her as sort of the Empire and the Dynasty go head to head.
Exactly.
She's a big star. And I think we might see Nika in that role as well, just on the business end, because I think she's a star in her own right in terms of A&R. And
well, as of right now, Cookie wants nothing to do with her. She told her off, which is per usual.
She just hating.
Yeah, boo-boo kidding, you better back up. Like, no one wants you here. I love their interaction, and I want more of it week after week. I can't wait for the memes.
And we're going to give it to you.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, because she can't go too far, because also we've now noticed she has become the hired hoe. I mean, beyond A&R, she's like, if there's someone to sleep with, like, Anika is the girl to go to.
Right.
She's going to sleep with them, lesbian,
Yeah.
straight,
You
whatever.
name it,
She doesn't
Anika
care.
is bringing it for you. Now, before we get out of here and go to a quick break and your questions, guys, don't forget to tweet us at #EmpireAS. We're going to feature your questions right here or in the comments below if you're watching live on YouTube. Hey, what's up? The name of Cookie's new company, Dynasty, it's very funny. It's almost meta because the show itself, Empire, is Black Dynasty, according to Lee Daniels and everybody else who's from the 70s and watched Dynasty.
Yeah.
So that's a little fun little tidbit. So we're going to get out of here for just a moment. Don't go anywhere. And we'll be back right after this with your fan questions.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, this is for you.
I love it.
That was freaking love.
Oh my God.
I didn't see any of this coming. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah?
I was like,
How did you get here? No.
kill him, definitely kill him. We're cool.
Shade. Shade left and right, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies, let's put your 2 cents in.
Rubbed me the wrong way and the right way.
But you were like, well, we want to know what's gonna happen.
That was killed.
We just want to say we love you all. Thank you so much for your support. You are all seriously the best in the world. and we
Another
appreciate
beautiful
you so
summer
much.
at the stream.tv, y'all.
Here we go, guys.
Thank you for being here. Peace out.
Bye, guys.
Thank you guys for keeping it real with us here at Empire After Show at the stream.tv. If you're subscribing, we love you. And if you're not, go ahead and do it. We're going to get to the fan questions right now, and you guys can hit us up using the #EmpireAS. Our first question comes from Jordan Kortenhoven at WriterGirl47. Which son do you think would protect Cookie if Lucius came for her? Ooh. That's a good question. Who do you think would protect her, Gabby?
Depends what episode.
Yeah, true.
It's always different. Right now, Hakeem, obviously, because he's all for the Dynasty, and Andre's kind of confused. Jamal's obviously siding with Lucius.
Yeah, I think that's an easy question to go with. I'm going to have to go with you. Hakeem right now is very loyal, has no, does not want to go back to Empire at all. He could care less about that music, even though he leaked it. But he could care less about getting it back the right way. So I feel like he would go for Miss Cookie.
I think all the boys would hold it down for their mom. Like, at the end of the day, if something was really gonna, like, pop off, life or death, I think they would all step in and sort of take care of Cookie. No matter what, she is their mom. They've worked through most of their issues, even if they're not all on the same page. And like last week we saw, I mean, even when Cookie is rejecting Jamal, I mean, he was devastated. He cried as soon as he closed the door. So I think they would all show up for Cookie.
That's a good point. I think they all would, but if I had to pick one, I really think I would go with Jamal at the end of the day, because I think Hakeem's got his own selfish interests at heart, and Andre is just like in his own world over there, and Jamal really keeps family, number one. Moving on to the next question, comes from Jenna Passon at Jenna Passion. What would be a good name for Cookie's new company? Okay, so we revealed that the company name is Lion Dynasty. So what would be some good alternative names?
I'm liking Cookie-licious. Right?
I like for real, because Cookie is for real.
Oh, okay.
For real.
I
Be
don't
creative,
even know.
Gabby. Be creative.
It's hard to get me on the spot. I need time to think about this. It's an important name.
I'm gonna go with Boo Boo Kitty Records, because even though
Ooh,
that's
I like
Anika's
that.
nickname, she definitely has like coined that term. Now, you think of Cookie, you think Boo Boo
And that's
Kitty.
how you really
So,
give it to her,
yeah.
by naming her own company about the other person.
And it's like, sorry, you can't even work here.
Gabby, we're not coming back to you. Sorry about that, guys. You can replace Gabby by sending us your videos online using the hashtag EmpireAS and let us know what alternative name of Cookie's company you would use. And we're going to put it right here over Gabby's face.
Stop it. We love
Gabby's the
Gabby.
best. We love Gabby. Our third fan question, it's actually a statement, and it comes from one of our Empire writers, Eric Haywood, at Eric Haywood. Thanks for watching, Eric. The theme for Empire Season 2 is Warring Kingdoms. And now the war is on. It's Cookie vs. Lucius 2016. Who's it gonna be?
We're in 2015.
Well, it'll be 2016 real soon.
Just saying.
Listen, it doesn't matter as long as Donald Trump is not in the mix. Everyone is a winner as long as
He's guest starring on next week's episode. No, he's not, guys. No, he's not. Starr, do we have any live fan questions down in the YouTube comments?
Yes, we do. So on YouTube, we have a ton of people who are on the live chat, and we want to encourage you to do that as well. We have some questions. I wish it was loading right now, but it totally isn't.
Well, I'll take this opportunity to say, Gabby, you can stay on the show anytime you want.
Give me a hug. You're so sweet.
Gabby.
Okay, moving on. So we see you out there, Demetrius. We've got Sierra Hinton. Everyone is loving. They're thinking this show is very much Black Dynasty out there, which I think is hilarious, which we talked about as well. And then we've got Nix AIB, who is totally into this tweet. And then we have a lovely question from Sierra Hinton. Wouldn't he get in trouble for telling Lucius all that information about the prosecutor and all her dirty dealings?
Who, the
Who would
lawyer?
get?
Yes.
No, because there's lawyer-client confidentiality. So whatever Lucius tells the lawyer can't get revealed, and it doesn't matter because that's privileged
And what did he really
information
say
and
about
vice
the prosecutor?
versa.
Oh,
Just
the
that
fact
she was shady.
Yeah, she's shady. Yeah, she's shady. She's shady. I wonder how he pulled the stuff for the judge. That's what I wonder. That's what I wonder. Guys, we're going to get into so much more in our Empire Extras video. It's a short video that we're going to shoot right after this. We're going to upload it right here on the Stream TV Empire After Show page. But before we do that and get out of here, what's some quick predictions that we might expect to see from our favorite Lions next week?
I'm going to take this one first. I heard in one of the teasers, if you can get me out of this mess, you can have anything, which is something Lucious Lyon said to Andre. I'm feeling like maybe he means like kill off his mom, but I hope that's not the case.
No.
He had a shovel in another scene, you guys. You didn't see that?
I think that
He's
maybe
gonna kill someone.
I feel like maybe someone will get killed, but maybe it's going to be the ludicrous character, the officer.
Oh, it could be.
He's going to be
That
like
could
an
be
annoying pest. Get him out of the way.
Or the annoying lawyer. Maybe the lawyer just goes one step too far and he has to whack him. But my prediction for next week is that Cookie is going to reign as the top company person, right? No?
Oh.
She'll be going strong?
No? No. Okay.
I don't think, I think it's going to be a while before Cookie and them see any kind of success. For next week, I really think it's going to be about sort of, with the boys, having them pick sides. Like, who officially do you want to ride this ride with? Like, are you coming back to Empire, or are you going to try and build this dynasty? Because this is already set up. I'm out. I have a new hot record. I have a new lawyer that's getting me out of all this mess. So I think it's really about Empire sort of proving that this is why we are all here. Like, the dynasty doesn't really matter.
I think you saw this episode, like the gears were turning for the smaller company, and then Empire was kind of in disarray because Jamal's off here and Andre's he's back or forth. So I think Empire's going to get back and running. What I do think for a general prediction is that Cookie's company is going to have somewhat of success. then Empire will acquire it, and so they'll be back together in some respect, and then kind of face the world and other rivals together, reunited, back in action. Empire 2015 and 16. Well, guys, that is it for this week's Empire After Show at thestream.tv. Thank you for hanging out, and don't forget to follow us all on social media and subscribe here at the Stream.tv YouTube channel. And, of course, use the hashtag EmpireAS all week long to be featured right here on this show.
And we're blogging.
The Stream.tv. Look out for that. So for Rebecca, Starr, Gabby, I'm Dylan. You're the best fans, and we'll see you next week on the Stream.tv Empire After Show. Later. For more Empire After Shows, click subscribe.